What's going on, everybody? My name is Blazing Nico, and we are back with yet another shoe review. Today we have a shock drop W that I was very excited and very surprised that I actually hit on. But we have a special edition shoe. Without further ado, we have the Jordan 1 Next Chapter.
Father told me to repent, I had to trash my sins. I done did some things before, I never do again. Lately I've been in my zone and all I get is wins. I done come up with some money just to pay the rent. Working hard, just to stay afloat. They was hating.
Like I mentioned, the Jordan 1 High Next Chapter, aka Spider-Man 2.0, whatever you guys want to coin it yourself, released on a shock drop on May 2nd, 2023. The actual release for the shoe isn't until May 20th of 2023. The retail price for these is actually sitting at $200, which is 20 bucks higher than your normal Jordan 1, but I'm assuming that's due to all the different materials and details they put in this shoe. We'll go over those more in depth later on in the video, but these are releasing in men's sizing, grade school, toddler, and preschool as well. The Jordan 1 High Next Chapter actually releases a couple of weeks before the actual movie. The movie releases on June 2nd, and these are coming out on May 20th, 2023. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is the second movie for Miles Morales, I believe. I have not seen the first one, but I am assuming these materials and all these details heavily correspond to different dimensions in the multiverse that they'll be going through and experiencing in the new movie. All right, let's take a deeper dive into these materials. As you can see from this quick overview, Jordan Brand, Nike, Marvel, and Spider-Man hit us with a bunch of different panels that are definitely going to correspond to the movie. You can see we got some of this suede on the heel counter of the shoe. Also, there's pretty soft leather on there. If we take a look at the wing logo, it kind of gives that like double effect. It's also half and half with a stitch line down the middle of the Air Jordan with two different panels. You can see up here near the toe box of the shoe, we have more of that softer leather, some more suede, and then some patent leather along the eye stays as well. They also switched up the Nike Air tag on the tongue, and if you can see on the Nike swooshing along the ankle collar, it's kind of that iridescent effect as well. Definitely some pretty cool details on this shoe. One thing I was low-key disappointed about is that Jordan Brand and Nike did not hit us with a different box for these, nor did we get extra laces. I thought it was kind of crazy for a special edition shoe to not get extra laces. Probably the coolest feature about the shoe is if you take, say, a black light, UV light or something, and you charge up the soles of the shoe, they glow in the dark. They kind of have like a shimmer effect to them. I'll show you guys in a second, but definitely the coolest feature in my opinion to this shoe. It made the shoe for me, added so much value and just another cool aspect to the shoe, making it special and really stand out from different collaborations. Like I mentioned, the Jordan 1 High Next Chapter is releasing for a $200 retail price, which is $20 higher than that typical retail price that we see for Jordan 1s. But like we were saying earlier, it's an assumption due to all the different stitching patterns and all the different materials that they are using on the Jordan 1 that's not typical. You know, just giving it some extra flair and corresponding to the movie. You know, we have not seen the movie, so we are not sure what these different patterns and what these different panels represent as of right now, but I'm sure they grasp the full movie with these shoes. As we usually do, let's scroll through some of the resale prices. As you see, those smaller men's sizes are just a little bit above $200. Once you creep up more into 9 and up, it gets into the mid 200s. It kind of stays there for a little bit. That 11.5 jumps up a little bit to like 275. But if you take a look at StockX as well, this is the men's 10.5. All of the prices are pretty consistent across the board. For a shoe that hasn't come out yet, you know, besides the shock drop, of course, these are going for such a low price, especially being I don't know if you want to call this a collaboration, but it is a collaboration with Marvel, Spider-Man, I guess. But for a shoe like this with all these different details and having meaning behind it, I know it's a kind of obscure shoe, but for the reasonable price they go for now, I would say they are definitely worth grabbing. They may drop even more when the official release on May 20th comes out, but I would say that these are sitting at a good price right now. I believe the original Spider-Man ones, the origin stories, I think those sat around for a little bit. I don't want to say sat around, but they were at like $300 within that first couple of weeks, but they eventually shot up, you know, likely due to that Jordan 1 surge that we had a couple years ago. But I don't know if I see these doing that well, like that shoe, but these are definitely interesting and not a bad shoe to add to the collection. As of right now, I am not sure if I'm going to keep these or not. I may have to check out a couple of the movies just to make sure I know all the lore behind the shoe before selling them to get something else. But I would not be able to give you guys an on-foot review for them right now. But I would assume that these fit true to size like all Jordan 1s. So I would probably say it's safe to say to go true to size for these. Personally, I like the original Spider-Man more than the Next Chapter pair. They're more reminiscent to, these are the Lost and Founds, but they're more reminiscent to the original Chicago ones. These are a lot crazier than the origin stories. Throw up a couple pictures of the origin stories in comparison, but I don't know, which one would you guys pick? Drop the comment. Overall, this is a pretty crazy shoe. Jordan Brand really pulled out all the stops. I'm sure that it corresponds to so many different things in the movie. We'll just have to wait to see till June 2nd, but this is definitely, I would say it's a clean shoe. Definitely out there if you want something different for a good price that has a little meaning behind it, a little inspiration. I would say this is a great pickup. As always, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to yet another video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Help push these videos to the algorithm. And until next time, thank you guys.